have with us now Mr. Nikhil Singh, underwriter, Green Tech Solutions, Munich Re, and along with that we have Ms. Julia Moser, product lead, photovoltaics, Munich Re. The topic is going to be protecting the long-term performance of investments in solar.
Good morning. My name is Julia Moser. I work for the Green Tech Solutions team of Munich Re, and together with my colleague Nikhil Singh, we're going to talk about PV warranty insurance and how to protect your long-term investments in PV solar. So maybe some facts about our company. Our company is a reinsurance company, actually the largest reinsurance company worldwide. What you see here behind me is our beautiful main building in Munich. And we have been founded in 1880. We have a strong balance sheet. And why am I saying this? Why is this important? Because we are talking about long-term indemnity periods. You will hear now in the course of the presentation why this is relevant. And we have a very strong rating from S&P. We have just been upgraded to AA. So as we all know, in order to enable the energy transitions, large investments are needed. Actually, trillions of USD need to be invested in green technologies. Now, what are the problems with that? The decision makers would still be a little bit hesitant because there's just not so much experience in the market in comparison to traditional technologies, traditional energy sources. So why has our unit been set up? In order to provide performance insurance to enable such investments. And Nikhil and me will talk about PV solar today, about our PV warranty insurance. However, this is not the only topic we're working on. So we also have developed a solution in the wind space, very important nowadays, energy storage, and also e-mobility and hydrogen. Now let me hand over to you, Nikhil, to go, sorry, no, not yet. Some more info about us. So the way we actually work, we are an insurance company, but we have technical specialists. Our risk analyst is actually from the PV industry. We have provided a lot of capacity to green technology projects worldwide. And we have audited a lot of manufacturing sites. We actually also do our own research. We work together, for example, with the Fraunhofer ISE in Freiburg, where we have our own module test field. And we also work together with some reputable third parties like the VDE Renewables, Fraunhofer, Kiva, also Sinovoltaics. And now I hand over to Nikhil.
Thank you, Julia.
There you go.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. This is Nikhil here. I manage the established green tech team for Munich Re. I just want to say that if I speak too fast or if some of you have any questions in the middle, please feel free to speak about it. We can answer your questions as we go along. So let's get into what do we exactly do. So like Julia said, so like many of you know, there's a PV warranty that a lot of manufacturers actually take. So what does that do? So Munich Re in the back end insures a lot of solar manufacturers with their PV warranty. That means we give them a product warranty, we give them a performance warranty, and we also back the third clause, which is the insolvency clause. So that means when you buy a solar panel from a manufacturer, he gives you a product warranty, performance warranty. We in the back end backstop that warranty to exactly his terms. And also there's a third trigger that we have in place. Let's say 20 years or 25 years from now, if you have bought panels from a manufacturer that doesn't exist or is not in the market in the next 15, 20 years, then what do you do if you have a problem with your panels? In that case, Munich Re would then step in because the panels would still be covered by us. So even in 30 years from now, if you have a problem with your panels, you can still reach out to Munich Re, which will help you with your claims or whichever problems you have with the panels. So that is basically the essence of how this works. And like we said, this is one of the only products in insurance which goes on for 30 years. Most insurance products are for 1 year, 2 years. This is one of the longest insurance products, and that's why Munich Re has the bandwidth to actually cover this for that long.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. So what happens? Now, when a solar manufacturer takes this warranty, okay, let's see. Solar manufacturer offers his products or panels to you as an end buyer of a utility scale project. You buy panels from a manufacturer. Now, he gives you a warranty on those panels for whatever time, 10 to 15 years on the product warranty, 25 to 30 years for the performance warranty. If you have claims, you basically go back to him, and then he does the necessary rearrangement. Now, what happens when he has a warranty or he has taken this product from us? So in the back end, whenever he has big enough claims, he then comes back to us and settles those claims with us in the back end. But for you, at all points of time, the manufacturer is the primary point of contact. So whenever you have problems with your panels, you only talk to him. That is how this structure works. But the manufacturer in the back end then works with us. So you will see the Munich Re logo as you walk across a lot of the halls and OEMs. You will see the Munich Re logo across them that they are backed by us. Now let's say what happens, like I said in the earlier situation, 10 years from now, a small manufacturer ceases to exist. What happens for you? Because then means you have done a massive investment on those PV panels. If then you will be stuck holding a stick. So then what happens in that case, Munich Re steps in. So if you have a panel that you are backed by Munich Re, we will send out a submission certificate saying to you that these panels are covered by Munich Re. This is the project cost. These are the number of panels. These are the panels where they're installed. These are the value of panel, number of panels, etc. All details. So you have a certificate from us which says that Munich Re has covered these panels, and in case of insolvency of the manufacturer, you can still come back to us and we will honor the claim. So in only and only when the insolvency trigger has clicked in, can you as a utility scale developer or a buyer come reach out to Munich Re or the primary insurer, who we can then do discussions with and address the claim at that point. So anybody wants any questions on this point? Sure, please. Sorry, could you give him a mic, please?
Munich Re covers the module as such, if I
Yes.
understand correctly. What happens to balance 60% of investment? If
I couldn't
modules
hear
are
you,
not
sorry.
performing properly and we need to retrofit with new module, by the time technology might have upgraded. So it's not possible to retrofit on an existing structure and then cable and all infrastructure. What happens to that?
Could you hear the question? I couldn't.
I also didn't hear it properly. You are asking
Okay.
if the
What I was
modules...
asking is that the Munich Re covers PV module from any failure and the companies which goes bankrupt in some cases. What happens to like securing our investment for balance of 60% of the project? Solar PV panel is not like isolated item. No? We are putting it for generating power plant.
Yes.
So if PV panels are not performing well, our investment on entire plant goes away. What happens to that?
So,
So-
now, yeah, you please do it. Oliver.
Okay, so you're right, we only insure the modules used in the plant. But what happens in case of the insolvency of the manufacturer and extensive claims is that you would be provided cash. Of course, we as insurance company cannot provide substitute modules, but we would provide payout in cash, and then you decide on whether you buy additional modules for that, whether you replace them. And it basically means that at least it saves your investment because you're not, you don't lose it completely.
Correct, I got that part. Sorry, I hope I'm not disturbing too much. But my question is that by the time technology has upgraded, like we are transiting from 6-inch cell to higher size cell, and then module size is increasing. So it will not be possible to replace those old technologies with new
But
one at that
in
time.
that case, the manufacturer in his warranty always has an option. There are multiple options available.
Right.
First of all, will the claim be in the product warranty or the performance warranty? Is it a degradation of the panels that's a problem, or is it actually a defect in a manufacturing defect that's a problem? Based on those two things, then there are multiple ways that the claim can be paid out. For example, let's say your performance has gone down the panel, that technology doesn't exist in 10 years from now. What does he do? He can give you additional panels to make up that capacity. Or he gives you the actual wattage loss, the difference that you have lost on the wattage, he gives you that in cash value. He can even do it that way. So there are multiple venues available. It's up to every case would be different, every claim would be different. So at that point, they would work it out accordingly.
Okay.
We are happy to talk to you. You can please, I'm happy to address more questions from you. We'll be here.
We can
Thank you.
continue afterwards.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
So just a little more details about what we do in India. Currently, I am based out of Mumbai. The Munich Re office is based out of the BKC Capital building. If any of you ever want to come down, talk more on PV products, we are happy to discuss this with you. Currently, of the top 10 manufacturers in India, 8 are covered by Munich Re. That doesn't mean the rest are not covered. We still have a lot of other clients as well. We share our financial, and also we are the market leader in this product. Just to say that Munich Re is the team that started and created this product. We are the originator of the PV warranty scheme, and the person who actually was part of that founding team is standing on my left. So there we go. So as you, sorry, sir, yes, please.
So the kind of insurance which you shall be providing, will there be any digitalization of that information, that all the points which will be covering, all the assets and all the terms and conditions, will there be digitalization so that
So when the manufacturer says that he gives you, like you bought a certain project from the manufacturer, he says that, okay, this specific project in this location is covered by us. So at that point, he sends us details. We send out a COI to him, which he sends to you, which has a QR code, which has all the details, the exact details of the coverage, the location of the coverage, the value of the modules, what will be the claim amount, not the claim amount, but exactly sublimits, deductibles, all the exact details are completely mentioned in that submission. So that shows that you have proof, and you have a QR code to scan as well, which shows you all those details.
And on a later date, if there is a claim to be settled, somebody who's insured, if he wants to put up a claim, then that process will be digital, or will there
No,
be some
sir.
complications later on?
Unfortunately, right now it will not be digital because there will be a lot of reports and stuff. So, okay, in cases when the manufacturer is still not insolvent, he will be the one doing the front dealing with you. If you're the end buyer, you will have to show him the reports, or he will do the reports and the testing on the panels. And then they'll come to a reason why the panels are underperforming. Is there a problem with the panels? Is it another problem? So he will have to find that reason first. Once that reason has been deciphered, then the claim process will start. So you have to understand that there can be traditional problems, it can be problems with cracking, it can be problems with defects of the panels, or it can be something else that is not covered in the warranty. So once that reason has been deciphered, then he will deal with us in the back end if it comes in the product or performance warranty.
Then who shall be the technical surveyors who maybe 10 years or 15 years down the line, who shall be doing all the survey? So all that is well defined initially in the contract.
Yeah. You want to take that?
Yes. So in the, Nikhil called it COI, the confirmation of insurance, there's also your contact details of the insurer in case the manufacturer has gone insolvent. So you have an address and an email, and Munich Re is a large company with an office in India, so you have a contact person there in order to provide the same documents that you would have provided to the manufacturer to prove a warranty claim.
So since Munich Re cannot give you a primary insurance policy, since we are a reinsurer, there will always be a primary insurer in the middle who will basically front the policy. Some of the names that are mentioned here, so they will also be in your primary point of contact in there. If in case the insolvency doesn't happen, so they are the ones who's actually going to be giving you the policy copy on their paper. For example, HDFC, ICICI, they'll be issuing the actual policy to you. We will then be backing them in the back end. So that's it from me. I think, Julia, right back at you. Okay. Sorry, any question?
Yes.
Sure, please.
Hello, sir. I'm Dr. Jagdish Shivahare, professor and ex-scientist ISRO. Sir, I have a general question. How are the priorities, challenges, opportunities, and value-added targets different in India and international renewable energy market?
That you might want to.
Yes. So Nikhil mentioned in the beginning that our team, we operate on a global basis. So when we started with this type of insurance, we actually started because a German module manufacturer, but then back then a lot of them still existed, approached us and asked us for this type of warranty insurance. In the recent years, we have seen a lot of clients in China. Now India is picking up quickly, and we also have some clients in the US, right? So if I look at the developments globally, what I can say is that we are seeing that a lot of the Chinese manufacturers, so the dynamics have changed. So we are always very glad that we have this global setup, because it sometimes happens that module is manufactured in China. It is developed. The developer is based in South Africa, and the financing bank is based in New York, for example. What we see is that the current dynamics are that Chinese modules are sold in China and in Europe, right? Indian modules are sold locally. We have seen a lot of growth, actually an exponential growth this year, starting last year, this year. We expect it to be much higher as well. Plus, some of our Indian clients are also exporting to the US because it's a very attractive market for them. So we expect, I mean, you probably all know that some of the large Chinese manufacturers are struggling. They are no longer as profitable as they used to be. In India, on the other hand, we still see a lot of new players emerging. So eventually, probably in the next years, there will be some consolidation, but currently, you know, everyone is expanding significantly and new players are emerging. Let us
madam.
talk afterwards if you have more
Excellent.
questions.
Excellent.
Time's up.
Thank you, madam.
Okay, I will very briefly, because it's great that you've been asking so many questions, but it also means that our time is almost up. So I will be showing something about our factory inspection charts, because we do so many audits ourselves, and together with a third party we have worked with a lot, with Sinovoltaics, we have developed a rating system, because when we assess a manufacturing plant, we don't just look at the status quo, but we actually have to decide, do we believe that those modules will still perform in 30 years from now? And what you can see here, so this is an example of some recently audited manufacturing sites, not just in India, it's like a mix between India, China, and the US. And so the red ones would be substandard. We would consider them uninsurable. We wouldn't insure those. We actually regularly decline to insure module manufacturers because we are not convinced of the quality, whereas the blue ones are the excellent ones. So what you can see is there is quite a large gap between the bad ones, let's say the substandard ones we wouldn't insure, and the rest of the field. So for us, it's clearly distinguishable so far. And what is also interesting for you to know is that although all of those manufacturers actually have IEC certification, about 10% they failed the audit. Nowadays it might be even more. It's always when more small players emerge. You know, this was done last year, and yeah. So what is relevant for you to know is that you source. If you source warranty-insured modules, on the one hand, you are protected because in case they will not perform accordingly, there is insurance behind it. And on the other hand, you can be sure that the quality has been checked. So this is like an additional feature of our insurance, that we do very stringent quality checks on the manufacturing sites that we insure, of the manufacturers we insure. And we also contribute to increasing the quality, because whenever we have audited a manufacturing sites, we provide a list of non-conformities and corrective actions to be taken, and we would only provide insurance once all these actions have been implemented, documented, and approved by us. And so what you can see here, this is like the average before those corrective actions. This is the average which has risen significantly after those corrective actions have been taken. So as a summary, as I mentioned, if you, as a manufacturer, insure your modules, and if as a buyer or a developer you procure warranty-insured modules, you have this additional quality check. Plus, if you are a manufacturer, we also help out. I will show you in a second which manufacturers we currently insure. So our warranty partners, we also do some marketing for them. Yes, the factories see a significant improvement. So last slide. Here you can actually see our warranty partners. We have a website, which you can see up there, munichre.com/PV warranty partner, where we always provide an overview of the currently insured module manufacturers. So we are often asked by investors or by developers, where can I procure warranty-insured modules? And then we tell them, please take a look at our website. As you can see, we have some of the larger players, some of the smaller players, some Chinese manufacturers, a lot of Indian manufacturers. Actually, it's 10 today. And last but not least, as Nikhil has mentioned, he's based here in India, so he's based in Mumbai. So please feel free to contact him, or in case of you have more questions, of course, always feel free to contact me as well. Thank you.